What's up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingNews.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. Let's go to Keeneland, Saturday, April 12th, race 10 on the card. It is a grade 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes, going on mile 16th on the turf, $650,000. The purse, it is a field of 9. I'll put them on the screen now. Here we go. International runners galore. Established American runners galore. What a race this is going to be. Let's go to the number 1, Excellent Truth, to kick it off, who's been running well overseas against Group 1, 2, 3 type horses, and now comes into the Chad Brown barn. So this does have the look of a horse that's going to come over here and do very well, whether it be this race or in the future. So Excellent Truth, been running at a mile mostly, a couple of races going a little longer, but should like this mile in a 16th distance. Of course, second last time out in a tough race, won a race, 2 races back at DeVille. That seems to be the course this horse likes the best, has been over at Longchamp, and Chantilly, all these places you see, hitting the board, running well. So 4 wins from 11 starts, 8 for 11 hitting the board overall. Fits in very well. We'll see how she handles the American running style, and we'll go from there on her, but she looks pretty darn good. The number 2 is Choice, another horse that's coming over here from overseas. This horse has been in Maidan, 2 straight races at Maidan and 2 straight wins, and looked very, very good doing it. So, man, this is another one that looks pretty darn sharp. So we'll kind of just see what she does in this spot. Will she like the American surfaces and running styles? We'll see what happens. 7 of 19 overall as far as wins are concerned. 12 of 19 hitting the board. Gets Luis Saez aboard as well. I thought that was good. Two international horses to start with here. They're pretty good on paper and getting top jocks. I should have mentioned Flavian Pratt on Excellent Truth. And then, of course, Luis Saez on Choice. All right, the number 3 is Poolside with Slim. Here's an American horse that has had some good races, no question about it. Last time out, kind of knocked the rust off a little bit, coming off of a 3-month layoff. Finished third, beating 3 1/4 in the Honey Fox. Should move forward off of that race. Not sure she's up to this kind of challenge, though. That's going to be the big question mark. But second race as a 4-year-old, so we should see some development and some improvement. But I'm going to take kind of that wait and see approach a little bit. But we'll see what happens with Poolside with Slim. Doesn't look too bad in the spot, no doubt about it. The number 4 is Vina Arana. This is a horse that was an international runner, but came over here as a maiden and got the maiden broke at Saratoga 232 days ago by a length and a half, or a length and a quarter. Hadn't seen her since. That's the problem. I don't know about this race. It's showing a lot of confidence. I'm sure she's doing well that they put her in this spot. I can't back her in this spot because of that layoff. I'm just not sure there, but we know Jack Sisterston can pull off upsets. Would not be shocked if this horse runs very well. I just think she's a little bit overmatched in this spot today. The number 5, Be Your Best, coming off 3 straight victories. Won the Long Island at Aqueduct, won the Swanee River at Gulfstream, and then won the Pegasus filly and Mare turf last time out by a neck right there at Gulfstream Park. So 3 straight wins for Safi Joseph. Irad aboard today. He, oddly enough, was not aboard in any of those races I just listed off. So how about that? Getting Irad, obviously a great sign there. He has been on this horse, here and there in the past. The race I remember Irad riding her is when she was out at Santa Anita for the American Oaks when she ran second to Anisette, who was a very nice horse at the time. So, obviously, as far as American runners go, this is a horse that makes sense. We'll just kind of see what she can do as she matches up against this international field. It's pretty tough company. But, listen, you win a race like the Pegasus filly and Mare turf, these are the races you're going to be in for your next start. We'll keep going to the number 6, Jabara. This is a horse coming off of 1 race off of the layoff, which was last time out in a synthetic effort where she was 4th, beaten 2 lengths. Before that, a Group 3 winner at Goodwood, but she was disqualified, I should say. She hit the wire first, but was disqualified. But she's got other wins overseas as well. I would say that her resume is not quite like the 1 and the 2. I would say that. But a horse that has a little intrigue coming over here. We'll see what she can do in this spot. All right, let's keep going to the number 7, Kehoe Beach. This horse is kind of like Be Your Best, coming off 3 straight victories. An allowance win at Kentucky Downs, an allowance win at Keeneland. Should mention both those races were dominant efforts before coming to Churchill Downs last time out and winning the Miss Revere Stakes by a length and a quarter. I hadn't seen her since that race back in November. She might need one in this spot. That's kind of my worry, but I think she looks pretty good in this race. I think she'll show up and be pretty tough to catch. She will go to the front. I have no doubt about that. All 4 of her races on the turf, she has went right to the front. I think she'll do that once again. Frankie Dettori gets them out today, so we'll see how that goes. But Kehoe Beach, I think, in with a big chance. It's kind of the quote-unquote American chance, we should say. The number 8 is Sacred Wish. This is a horse that just barely lost the Pegasus filly and Mare turf last time out. Got beat by a neck. Boy, thought she had it in that one. 2 races back, won the Grade 1 Matriarch at Del Mar by a neck over Gina Romantica. Very good race, won at 12-1. This is a horse that always is around, hitting the board. Doesn't have a ton of wins, just 4 wins out of 18 starts. But my goodness, this horse, 14 out of 18 on the board, over $1 million in earnings. I think she's an on-the-board type in this race as well. I don't think she'll win it, but I do think she'll be around at the end with a chance. And then finally, the number 9 is No Show Sammy Joe, and this was a horse that was second, beating a nose at Aqueduct in the Long Island by Be Your Best. Before that, had won 4 races in a row. She was 8-5 that day in that spot, and just couldn't quite get it done in the Long Island. Look, I think this is another one. I'm excited to see what she does off of a little bit of a layoff. I don't like that in this spot, so I'm not going to play her here, but I think she's interesting. She catches a very tough field. That's the problem, but this horse is bred to be a very, very good turf horse and was looking like one. I don't know if something maybe went wrong in the Long Island, and she came out of that race not so healthy, and that's why the layoff is what it is here, but we'll see. That was a very nice horse. That was the first race against Graded Stakes Company and almost got the job done against a pretty experienced horse in Be Your Best. So that is the field of 9. I'm excited for this one. I think this is going to be a hell of a race. I went back and forth on this quite a bit. At the end of the day, I did go with the number 1 Excellent Truth here for Chad Brown. She, I should say, just kind of seems like the known commodity of, we've seen Chad Brown do this before. We've seen him do it with horses like this. They come over here and they run well when they have that pretty strong international foundation. And like I said, has been running in some Group 1 races, some Group 2, Group 3 races, and doing well. You know, that race last time out was a Group 1 second, only beating a length. And you just kind of look at that and go, that's probably going to be pretty tough to beat if you come over here in the United States. It's a long layoff, but that's no problem with Chad Brown runners. He usually has them ready to fire even better off layoffs. So I really like this horse. Flavian Pratt gets bored. I like that as well. It's not going to be easy. Choice is a very nice horse. I think you got to play that one. I think Kehoe Beach is a horse you kind of need to play as well. So, I mean, there's definitely some runners that make sense to me. Sacred Wish is a horse that makes sense to me as well. So, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go number 1, Excellent Truth for Chad Brown. I think he's just going to be I should keep calling her he. I think she is just going to be too tough to beat in this one. All right, guys, I'll do it for a preview of the Jenny Wiley Stakes. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're playing Keeneland on Saturday.